the 67-hour week would pay off. At least that's what I told myself. Every morning, it was off to the ferry into the city for over 12 hours a day. The media lies when they say the people on Wall Street have it easy. Sure, the fat cats at the top make their $1 million bonuses in stock options. But the little guys at the bottom are the ones putting in the real days of work. They promise that you'll reach their level one day if you put in the time and the effort. You are a temporarily displaced future millionaire. Friday. I worked 14 hours after working 12 the day before. The last ferry back to Hoboken left at 9 p.m. and I was determined to not spend another night sleeping at a hotel. My brains were fried, but functioning on autopilot was well enough to get onto the ferry. I took a seat by a window and closed my eyes, thanking the gods that tomorrow I'd only be working until 5 in the afternoon. I felt myself giving away into the clutches of sleep and willed myself to open my eyes. That's when I noticed the other passengers. No one spoke or moved. There were no books in hands, any phones or tablets, nothing. Everyone was lifeless. The only sound was the rattling of coins.
"The fare, please,"
a hooded old man asked. I presented him my monthly ticket.
"Wrong boat, young one, but soon enough,"
he said. He placed his hand on my shoulder, and I blacked out. I woke up back on the shore. I quit my job the next day. I knew what I was getting into when I adopted Dante. The staff were perfectly clear that he was an emotionally troubled child. Made sense considering he was the only survivor from the fire of his previous foster house. Overall, he was a cute kid, 7.5, with tufts of wispy black hair and big downy blue eyes. Bonded greatly when I first met him. 1 week in, I began to see troubling signs with Dante. He would accidentally leave toys at the top of the staircase just in the right spot for tripping. Or how I would catch him sneaking around in the middle of night trying to turn the stove on. Perhaps most terrible of all was how he mumbled insults and threats under his breath when I wasn't looking, whispering that he'll make me pay. It was adorable, really. I mean, his approach was spot on, but his technique was just awful and rather predictable. Poor little naive Dante still didn't know about how a real killer worked, or how their ways may not always be distinctive. Poor little Dante didn't even know about the syringe full of Ebola either. Oh, do you hear that? He's already coughing. I smiled happily as I walked up the driveway. I was Tim. Sweet, innocent, kind, 8-year-old Tim. I liked to play stupid games like hopscotch and tag. I had a mother named Rosaline. I was sometimes called Timmy by her. I had a phone that wasn't mine with me. Maybe it was my mother's phone. I wonder how I got it. I guess I found it. I continue up the driveway and walk in the front door to see my mom washing the dishes. "Mommy?" I say to her. "Yes, Tim?" She responds in a cheerful voice. I heard a noise in the basement and I'm scared, I say, trying to put a quiver in my voice. "I'll go check it out for you then, honey," she says, and starts towards the steps. I follow her. The phone in my hand rings while we walk. I curse, then answer it before I enter the basement with Rosaline. The other end of the line sounds very frantic, as if a grandmother.
"Oh my God, Rosaline. I heard about Tim. Oh, God rest his soul. Oh no, my poor Rosaline. I'm so sorry for you."
"I know, right?" I say as I smile, hang up, and walk into the basement.